Now, Vice President Kamala Harris is making the biggest decision of her 2-week-old presidential campaign. It's only been 2 weeks. She's choosing a running mate and preparing to introduce the new Democratic ticket to voters in several key battleground states this week. CBS News has learned she plans to announce her pick tomorrow morning. For more on what's at stake, return to CBS 8 political analyst Laura Fink. Thank you for joining us.
Good to be here.
Earlier in our newscast today, Wendy Patrick was on. We had a story with her, and she talked about the need for star power. Now, when you hear that, who jumps out to you of those 6 names we see up there?
So I think you have to look right now at Governor Tim Walz, who was an underdog for a while, but has kind of stepped forward into the spotlight, going toe-to-toe on a lot of different interviews, showing that he's a sort of salt-of-the-earth, small-town football coach turned straight-talking governor of Minnesota. This is someone who has captured the spotlight and might be the one to pick.
He's got a lot of, I call it, he's got big grandpa energy, but young grandpa.
Yes. Yes, or sort of like, the dad you always wanted at your sports games. This is someone who is able to talk about progressive issues, whether you're talking about school lunches or taxes on the wealthy, in a way that resonates with people in a very direct and straightforward way. He has won conservative independents and Republicans across his state, both at a congressional district that he represented and statewide. This is someone that talks to rural voters and urban voters alike.
We had 6 finalists up here. Who would you say is the decision coming down to? Is it 3 people? Is it 2 people? Who is if they haven't made their decision yet, who is it still coming down to?
I mean, I think we're down to 3, and some of that is resume, military service, obviously, and some of it is positioning and geography. I think Shapiro in Pennsylvania is going to be a great pick because he's 61% approval rating in Pennsylvania. That's hard to beat. That could push that state over the line for the Harris ticket. And similarly, on the border issues, when you have astronaut and Senator Mark Kelly, someone who has experience and also can talk to those swing voters, that's another feather in his cap. So you've got kind of 3 top contenders right now, I would guess. And ultimately, it shows what a strong position Kamala Harris is in because she is not being forced to pick one of them because of liabilities in her campaign. She has her choice because of the strength of her campaign.
Is there one of those that there are pitfalls that you see for, though? Is there one choice, let's say the top 3 of Senator Kelly, of Governor Shapiro, and Governor Walz? Which one do you look at and go, I could see pathways to attacking this man?
Well, I mean, Governor Shapiro from Pennsylvania, has made some enemies, including Senator John Fetterman, while on his rise. And we also see the large labor unions not stepping up and supporting him or Mark Kelly because of their lack of support for the PRO Act in Congress, or there's some fights in Pennsylvania over teachers' unions and schools. So this is something that's complicated, but I do believe Kamala Harris is going to pick who she wants to pick and who she wants to govern with.
We're really drilling down on the specifics on these. Let's go 30,000 foot right now. How big of an issue is who she picks ultimately?
Well, if you talk to the professors, I'll put my professor hat on, they will say it's not proven to make a big difference in the past. But in these razor-thin elections, I mean, we saw Joe Biden elected by tens of thousands of votes across 3 states. This election looks to be close as well. And so making every move can either be a benefit or a liability. And even on the margins, that could be the difference between winning and losing in November.
We know even on your own team, you can create enemies in politics. Is there a danger of her losing support of one of those top candidates if she doesn't pick them?
Well, so far, the Democrats have managed to be united. And so it doesn't look that this pick will be so deadly to a particular interest group or a particular set of politicians that it would cause her friction. But she has to be mindful of it because the road is long. And if she wins, she also needs to keep relationships with everyone along the way.
We only have a few seconds left. Have you ever seen anything like these 2 weeks?
This is maybe one of the wildest times in politics in terms of energy, in terms of virality and the role of the internet on these campaigns, and in terms of the impeccable nature. Kamala Harris has not missed a beat, and you don't often see that, particularly right out of the gate with a new candidate. So this is remarkable. We also see Donald Trump struggling and having challenges, and so you almost get whiplash with all of this. So it's, yes, wild times.
Today's been the first kind of hiccup, but it's nothing under control. We see the stock markets. It'll be interesting to see when she does get hit by something, how she adjusts. And we'll have you back on to talk about that, of course, Laura Fink.
That's right.
Talk to you again at 6 o'clock tonight. Thank you for being here. Back to you, Shannon.